What's good, YouTube? So check it out. I'm going to speak on that submarine that is lost at sea. It's pretty sad. Um, um, I'm not even going to sit here and say that somebody knows something, but I will say when that guy said that's like looking for a needle in a haystack, I don't think y'all even sinking y'all mind into what he really said. What he said, those are actual facts. We surrounded by water, y'all. Whether we inland or not, we still surrounded by water. 2 miles, 3 miles, even if it was a mile under, that's a lot of water. They would be hard to find a mile underwater in that sub. So 2 to 3 miles deep, right? In that blue ocean. That vast space of water. 3 miles to 2 miles down, you still got to look at the miles beside them. The miles of body of water beside them. So down, that's 3 miles down. Let's just say they sitting at the bottom. You still got the depths from all angles. So the whole plus sign. So say they sitting down here, you got to go that way, that way. Y'all, listen, I pray they find them. They said they had so many hours of oxygen left. That's even if the oxygen capability is still working. And I always hope for the best. I would never give up search. If I was in charge of that, I would never give up search. Even if they do find them, how they getting them out of there is going to be the challenge. The only reason why they went down in a bolted in sub is because a hatch, anything else would have imploded. But not only that, 2 miles down, that's a lot of weight. How many of y'all got swimming pools that's 2,000 gallons, 3,000 gallons of water? That's pushing. Y'all want to know why swimming pools don't collapse? If you put a swimming pool in a yard, you dig up the yard, you put the pool, the frame around. That will collapse if the wind blows on it. But as soon as you start filling that with water, that weight pushes against the wall and gives it the stability. Okay? So inside that pool is hollow. There's nothing in it. It's just walls. Soon as you fill that up with water, it pushes against the side and gives it support. So you could be leaning on the side of a swimming pool and caving in the aluminum structure. Soon as it starts filling up, that's right, Barney. Soon as it starts filling up, the pool has stability. It's not going to cave in. Okay? Because the pressure is equal and all around, pushing outward. Well, these people are in a hollow tube. A submarine, millionaire, billionaires. I don't care how much money you got. Money can't save you. Technology can. I ain't even going to get into the common sense. First of all, that little thing was the biggest mistake ever. It's little. The ocean is big. We got Navy ships that are big, but to the ocean, they small. The biggest of ocean cruisers, them big carnival boats, the cruise boats. You go on trips, they got shopping malls in them. You go swimming pool up top, a deck, a party lounge, dinner. All of that, that's still small to the ocean. And they go in something as big as 3 Cadillacs long. Really? I don't know what they was trying to prove. They say they was going down to see the Titanic. How many of y'all know you can see the Titanic from your TV screen, from documentaries? That thing sank years ago for whatever reason. Why do we got to go see the Titanic up close and see how metal rusts underwater? From the touch of it, it would have disintegrated. honestly, do y'all even know if the pictures and images that they showing y'all of these Titanic that sank, that they couldn't find, that they somehow found with beacons, underwater radars? They start sending these underwater drones down there, and then they capture picture images. How do y'all even know that that's real? After so long, oceans move. Y'all, the ocean got currents going in multiple directions. They could be caught in a riptide somewhere, a current. I mean, just if the current moves in so many directions, they could have been shredded apart from the current. So a small bump, a fish bump that metal. It's been in there that long, that rotted. I mean, it shouldn't even be standing. It should be metal dust. I know people that thrown guns in rivers and they come up and the gun is just ready to fall apart. And it been in there 20 years, 10 years. The Titanic sank when? They said it sank by iceberg. You could say that one. That's not how the Titanic sank, from no iceberg. It was unsinkable. Everything is unsinkable, and things are bulletproof, death-proof, and just it lasts wrong. Everything fails eventually. But once again, they back on the subject. They down there with a video game controller underwater, controlling this thing. So that PlayStation that your kids play on, let me show you something. Sorry about that. This is what they went down there with. See these little joysticks? Oh, they got people, right, Barney? I'm telling them, they got people that perfect these video games. So you got people that perfect these controllers that can operate this with their eyes closed. Well, not that sub, you'll run into something. You really trust it. These batteries fail. This is electronics. Has a wire, it plugs in, it charges. After so long, it goes dead. Anything can fail, y'all. You could buy something brand new, it might not work. They could run that trip 1,000 times. I'm still not going down in. That's like sitting in an elevator. I'm claustrophobic. Maybe they weren't claustrophobic. Maybe they didn't care. Look, honestly, the people that went down there, they knew the risk. My heart goes out to them if something happened to them. My heart is still with them, because if it's true that there really are some people that went there, they could have said they went and fabricated and planned missing, and then they pop up somewhere else. People do stuff like that for publicity. Because I'm going to be honest with you, ain't nobody that stupid. Let me pick that up again. You see that? Come on, man. You in the ocean. You playing with this in the ocean. You could get stuck by anything. How many people been, listen, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. People have been fishing for years. You want to know how you catch a fish? With fishing string. They got fish out there, and sharks and all kinds of sea creatures that people catch with strong fishing string that look like rope thicker than this. Fishing string is so thin that we use around here, you can't even see it. See this chain? Imagine something can cut your finger that you can't see, but it's still around my neck. Right? So how do you even know that all of that debris that's been in that ocean? It's a big ocean. People go way out and they fish. Billionaires go fishing the deep. They want to get something big. That's right, Barney. And then something get tangled up in their propellers and their rudders. They got multiple rudders on that thing, motor blades that spin here to make them go down, up, and they swivel up, down, left, all of that. But they in a little tube, 5 of them, 4 of them, in a long tube, the movie called The Abyss. Y'all look at the movie The Abyss. I can't show y'all The Abyss because I'll get a copyright strike. So I'm going to just try my best to pull up The Abyss. The Abyss drowning. I want all of y'all to go on YouTube after this video or another device and look up on YouTube The Abyss. Okay, ABYSS, The Abyss drowning. And you'll see Gina Davis drowns in that scene. I think her name is Gina Davis, but she drowns in one of them scenes so Ed O'Neill could swim her back to the underwater marina that's under there that they was doing their work under, and extraterrestrials was down there. That's another story. Yeah, y'all heard me. Extraterrestrials is underwater. They've been there. That's where they live. That's where certain species live. You can't go in them depths without a suit. Go on ahead down there if you want to. Yep. So the abyss drowning scene is what I'm gonna show y'all, and it'll pop up. It'll say abyss drowning scene. The abyss. It's called a most dramatic scene. All right, and so here it is, most dramatic scene right there. See that? That's all I'm gonna do. So look that scene up and you'll see them inside of that little sub. That little sub, and she said, one of us was gonna have to swim out of here. We only got one suit. One tank, one suit. And they was miles under the ocean in this marina. And they left in a tube. They left in a little mini sub to go chase after something that dropped a nuke in the water. Their sub was taking on water. One of them was going to make it back, but one had to swim one back. But here's the kicker. You can't swim one back unless one drowns, because one going to struggle and make the other one bust the airline or something while he's swimming back. So she said, you drown and you let me drown and you swim me back, because Ed was a better swimmer than her. It gave me tears watching that, because I have been had tears watching that movie. He brought her back. It took a couple minutes. When he got her back, man, he swam, I want to say 2 football fields underwater back to the Marine base underwater, and came up out of the inner lunar, not lunar, but the inner pool with oxygen up in there, and they swam her out and they brought her back to life, put the shockers on her chest, the paddles, but they took on water. They had a hatch to get out of this one, but you can't get out of that hatch when you got pressure coming on you from all angles. Do y'all know how much weight is on that submarine? That's another thing I was trying to get at. Them being in that submarine, they knew the dangers. Let's be honest. They knew the dangers. They seen all those movies where people drown underwater. Okay? They knew the dangers. But that's a lot of weight. If they can't find them, let's just say they can't find them. See this? A balloon. So picture a big balloon. Let me see. Here, this lotion tube. See this? You know when your lotion is all out of lotion, it's all smashed in. They don't blow up underwater, y'all. All that weight, I'm telling y'all, it would crush that like a pop can. Just like that. Now they said they did this test before and then I guess it failed. They did it before, or they got so far and they did it again, they got so far. But if everything failed, then that tube, I'm not even gonna say that tube sank, because the tube had air in it. It's a hollow tube, so it should have floated somewhat. But they pressurized the inside to match the air, the pressure on the outside. So they got to now another thing, when they save them, they can't even come straight up out of the water because they got to depressurize. You understand what I'm saying? You can't rush them up out if they did find them. Oh, we got him, man. That would be catastrophic, bringing them up out of there that fast. They got to gradually bring them out anyway. They got to depressurize. My heart goes out to them and their families, but I still got faith that they will make it, if they even are in that sub and in the water. I'm just saying. And another thing, there's a lot of species that's not in y'all encyclopedias and y'all history books of creatures that's in that water. We don't got a documentation of every creature that's in the water. They told y'all we do. We don't. We don't know what's in that. We don't live in the water. Remember that, y'all. We don't live down there. They live down there, amongst other things. It's a lot bigger than boats. Every boat we got up here, every boat that man makes, military boat, the military know. It's people that take that risk going down there. Every time they get in the sub in the Navy, man, they know what can happen. Seal off one room is taking on water. Seal off that's taking on water. Now we a sitting bubble. We got to sit down here and wait for a rescue. Send the beacon up. Now they got to figure out, once they find him, figure out how to get him up out of there. After so deep, you can't swim out. Your head will bust. How many of y'all swim down in 12 feet of water and feel like your head about to implode? If not y'all, I do. Every time I swim down the bottom of 12 feet, we used to throw keys and little things that would sink to the bottom of a 12-foot swimming pool. So you could go down and swim and pick it up. It would have to be like a quarter, 50-cent piece, because it would shine when the sun hit it. Boom, and go down and swim and bring it back up. And then sometime the pressure would be so much, it will hold you there. And you won't surface unless you drowned, because you're weightless. But when you swim down in the water and you getting that, every time my head felt like I felt the pressure pushing against my head. That's 12 feet. They 2 to 3 miles underwater in a sub, but the sub is feeling the pressure. The pressure that they got pumped into that thing is pushing out, so it'll stop that from pressing down on them. That's a lot of weight. May they be safe if they really down there and this ain't a publicity stunt. I can hear some people, no, this can't be a... Man, like I said, you never know. Because in reality, anybody, you got to be crazy to go down there and a two Cadillac size submarine talking about, I want to go see the Titanic. That thing done sank long time ago. Long time ago. All I gotta say is when if we can't find them, then somebody got them. Yeah, y'all heard that. Watch the movie The Abyss. Somebody got them, and they don't look like me and you. But hopefully the movie's out, like how the movie played it out, they helped us out. But once again, use common sense. You don't breathe water. Why you want to go that deep? Who would want to go that deep? If I gotta have air to breathe, that means I ain't supposed to be down there. Everybody want to go around feeling sorry. I'm going to feel sorry because some people just don't see that. Some don't have common sense. Some really do want to explore and don't know that they shouldn't. I'm being honest, y'all. Some people just don't know. Love y'all. Stay blessed.